When people dream of moving abroad, they often imagine a fresh start, a chance to leave behind problems and begin again. But here's what I've learned. Wherever you go, your mind, your heart, your struggles, they all go with you. Today, I want to share something deeply personal, not about visas, budgets, or destinations, but about my brain, a neurodivergent brain that I've lived with my entire life. First, I want you to hear me, raw and unfiltered, in a moment of struggle.
Oh my God, I had a combative situation. I allowed my emotions to come at her in a real negative way, and I feel terrible. And I put her in a bad spirit, and I feel even worse about that. I'm not usually like this.
Part 1. Reflection on the audio. That was me, embarrassed, ashamed, and in pain after an emotional outburst with someone I respected. For decades, I thought moments like this meant something was wrong with me, that I was too sensitive, too emotional, too much. But later in life, I learned the truth. I have ADHD, and not the kind you usually hear about with little boys who can't sit still in class. No, the kind that hides inside women for decades, misunderstood and undiagnosed. Part 2. My story. How ADHD showed up in my life. As a girl, I didn't have words for what I was going through. All I knew was that I felt things too deeply. At 13 years old, I was raising myself. My father was absent, my mother was depressed and overwhelmed, and I was the oldest, carrying responsibilities I shouldn't have had to carry. My brain, this neurodivergent brain, meant that I lived in extremes. Rejection felt like abandonment. My moods went from 0 to 100 in seconds. One moment I was loving and full of joy. The next I was lashing out. And afterward I'd collapse into shame, asking myself, what's wrong with me?
I feel so weird. This ADHD has me feeling so weird. I'm not normal. I get so emotional, and I go from 0 to 100. It's kind of weird. What's wrong with me?
Part 3. The hidden struggles of women with ADHD. Here's the thing, I didn't even hear the word attention deficit hyperactivity disorder connected to me until much later in life. I'm not alone in this. In fact, research shows that almost half of adults with ADHD weren't diagnosed until after 18, and for women, the average age of diagnosis is around 36 to 38 years old. That means thousands of us lived decades, marriages, children, careers, without knowing why our brains work this way. For decades, we're told we're just anxious, depressed, lazy, inconsistent. We're given labels, but never guidance, and the cost is heavy. Strained relationships, career setbacks, financial instability, constant guilt and shame. We carry all of this, often in silence. Part 4. Why this matters for living abroad. A lot of us dream of moving abroad because we want relief. We want joy. We want a new beginning, and moving abroad can give us that. But here's the truth. Your struggles don't stay behind. They get on the plane with you. When I first came to Mexico, I thought the sunshine, the beauty, the adventure would erase what I felt inside. But my ADHD came with me. My rejection sensitivity came with me. My childhood wounds came with me. A change in scenery doesn't fix what we carry inside. The work has to continue, even abroad.
I don't know how to fix this. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't worry about fixing it, huh? I guess I should just seek some help and make sure that my spirit is right. I need help.
Part 5. Hope and Healing. ADHD diagnoses among women have nearly doubled in recent years, especially for those between 30 and 49. That tells me I'm not the only one. There's a whole generation of women realizing late in life that what we thought were personal flaws were really ADHD all along. That's where I am today, still learning, still healing. I've had to realize that moving abroad isn't about running away. It's about creating a life that supports me while I do the inner work. And maybe that's why I feel called to share this truth here with you, because I know I'm not the only one. I know there are women watching this right now who have carried their struggles across borders too. So hear me clearly. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are not alone. At 13, I was enough. At 30, I was enough. At 61, I am still enough. And so are you. Thank you for listening to my truth. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to share your story in the comments, because the journey abroad isn't just about new countries. It's about becoming whole within ourselves. And if you'd like to continue this conversation, join me this Wednesday on Michelle Wedderburn's live show, Wind Down Wednesdays, where we'll be talking about real life, real support, and what it truly means to carry ourselves and our healing abroad. We deserve to live with dignity, joy, and self-love wherever we are in the world.